Lately I've been receiving a lot of emails and PMs thanking me for doing something that I did in one of my videos. And what it is that I did that people are thanking me for is recommending a specific gun. And the gun I recommended is the SIG P250, either the compact or the subcompact model. Now, the reason people are thanking me is because they never ever considered this gun as a carry gun. They never even thought about it. And it made me start thinking that, wow, this gun right here is really one of the most underrated carry guns for people looking for a first-time carry that there is. Now, granted, it's not the smallest. It's not going to be super tiny like an LCP or something, but the subcompact is plenty small. This is the compact. I have the subcompact disassembled in the safe, but I'm just going to use this one for demonstration purposes. It's plenty small. It's about the same as carrying a Glock, and the subcompact is like carrying a subcompact Glock. So, size-wise, I'm not a big fan of people using little tiny guns to carry at first because it gives them an unrealistic opinion of what carrying is like, and then they never really move on to bigger guns because they find them super uncomfortable. I believe in just starting with a gun that's adequate size-wise, caliber-wise, capacity-wise at first, and getting used to it from the beginning. I'm a kind of a jump into the pool kind of person as I am stick your pinky toe into it. So, like I said, I think this is one of the most underrated guns there is for concealed carry, and I'll tell you why. So like I said, I think this is one of the most underrated carry guns on the market. But I'm going to go a little step further here, and I'm actually going to say I think it's probably the best inexpensive gun on the market. Because these guns are very inexpensive. You can get these for well under $400. Like I see them sell for $375 and even less, $369. So amazing gun for that price. I mean, it is an extremely well-made gun. I mean, it's well put together. All the fits and finishes are nice. The steel is finished nicely. It's a stainless steel slide. Even the nitron slides are stainless steel. They're just a coated stainless steel. The polymer is well made. There's no big gaps or snags or imperfections like if you buy some of the other cheaper guns. So for an inexpensive gun, extremely well made. And it's modular. So if you decide, if you buy a 40 and decide you wanted a 9, it's very easy to go down to a 9. Or buy a 9, you decide you want a 45, it's very easy to go up to a 45. You can also change the size of the gun. The firing control unit in here is the only part of the gun that's actually registered. As you can see through the little window here, you can see the serial number on it. Well, that's the only part of the gun that's actually registered with the BATF. It's the only part of the gun that is registered. So you can change the slide, the barrel, the frame. If you think the grip frame's too thick, you can buy a frame with a smaller grip frame. It's just a very completely versatile modular gun, and you can do so cheaply. Like if I wanted to change this to a 45 with a smaller grip frame, it would cost me very little money to do it. The grip frames are like $45, the slides are like $100 and something. So it's not expensive to do. So not only is it well made and inexpensive, but one of the biggest reasons I think it's great for a first-time carry gun is because one of the problems that we see most often with people who carry is that they're afraid of carrying one in the chamber because they're afraid the triggers will get pulled and it's going to go off. Now, you don't see people have that fear with revolvers, but they do with semi-autos. And the reason I think this is a great first-time carry gun is because its trigger is just like a double-action only revolver. I mean, it's a very deliberate trigger pull to make it fire. So you kind of take away that fear of carrying a semi-auto chambered. It's just like carrying a revolver. It doesn't take much to realize that. So when you add all those factors together, that makes this gun a really hard to beat gun. Now a lot of people will worry about that double action trigger thinking, well, there's no short reset on it, so because here's where it resets, right there. But that is not going to make much difference in a self-defense situation. You can still pull the trigger quickly, as I'll demonstrate here. Now granted, that's dry firing and there's no recoil, but as you can see, if you practice a little bit, just practice dry firing, you can get to where you can fire this gun off very quickly. Short reset triggers aren't really that important as far as I'm concerned as far as self-defense goes. This is not combat shooting or target shooting. I think they're just overrated as far as self-defense. But, like I say, inexpensive gun, easy to use trigger, very user friendly, very modular, very well made. So when you put all those things together, I end up thinking the SIG P250 is probably the most underrated first time carry gun and one of the best, if not the best, inexpensive gun on the market today.